We're being joined right now by the Honorable Commissioner for Information and Strategy in Lagos State, Mr. Gbenga Omotosho. He joins us tonight. Thank you so much for joining us tonight on Game On. It's an absolute pleasure to have you on the show. Of course, I'm here with Ope Adebare and, of course, the one and only Onyinchukwu Uchiwachuku, who you know very well. Honorable Commissioner, let's start by asking your thoughts on the events so far. What did you think of it?
Well, I feel that it's very great. Because it has put Lagos on the very big pedestal on a global stage. All through the weekend, people tune into on television and were watching Lagos, and people were asking, are you saying this is Lagos? So for me, it's an exciting time. It's a time for us to celebrate what I call the spirit of Lagos, because a lot went into getting to that stage that we got to. But we thank God that everything went well. And the pilots, they displayed their skills and then showed expertise. And all of us, we are happy about it because it's a very big commentary on our commitment to sustainability, our commitment to low emission, our commitment to creativity, especially by our young people, and our commitment to sporting activities, and our commitment to how to use our waterways. For people to know that it's not just about, dumping refuse. They should never do that because it's not done. I mean, we have to do a lot of cleanup for us to get to this stage, and we are going to maintain it, continue to maintain it the way it is.
Well, Honorable Commissioner, we'll just take a very, very short ad break. We'll be right back with you. If in case you're just joining us, this is Game On. We are here with the Honorable Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Gbenga Omotosho. We'll be right back after this break. Thank you for staying tuned. You're still watching Game On here on News Central TV. I still have Onyinchukwu Uchiwachuku with me and Ope Adebare. I'll be joined by no other person than the Honorable Commissioner for Information and Strategy in Lagos State, Mr. Gbenga Omotosho. Thank you so much for staying tuned, for staying with us. Let's get back to the E1 Lagos Grand Prix. A lot of people have been wondering that what exactly does this event do for Lagos as an international destination of choice for sport, entertainment, and leisure?
Said it all. I mean, it has put Lagos on a global pedestal, like cities like Venice, where we had a race before, like Monaco, like Jeddah, and all those other places. It's like that is the kind of company that Lagos should be keeping. And it has showcased all of the things that we are proud of in Lagos: our hospitality, our warmth, our food, and our entertainment. The people came and they saw everything and they were excited. I've seen so many videos of those foreigners saying nice things about Nigeria, saying nice things about Lagos. So for us, it's a moment of fulfillment. It's a moment to be proud to be a Lagosian. It's a moment to even be in Lagos as a visitor. People came in all the way from Angola, from South Africa, and all our West African brothers and sisters. They came around to see what was going on in Lagos. And like I said, people who saw it on television were wondering whether this is Lagos or not. And what it means is that Lagos can pull off any show of global standards. And people have seen it, that we are capable of doing this. So in terms of creativity, in terms of our commitment to sustainability, our commitment to low emission, all of those things that the world humanity is talking about, Lagos is now part of the conversation. Not just part of the conversation, we are leading the conversation. So for us, it's beyond a sporting event. It's about our culture, it's about our young people, it's about our science and technology, it's about our future, it's about our economy. You can see that so many big companies, giants in their business, they joined us to stage this race. And all of the people who had one thing or the other to do about the race, they were surprised that we could pull it off in a dramatic way that we have done. Already those visitors, hundreds and hundreds of them who came in, they are already thinking about how to return to Lagos. They were wondering whether it was Lagos they were in or not. And when they saw the reality of everything that we did, they were indeed very proud and excited to be in Lagos. They enjoyed our food, they enjoyed our nightclubs, they enjoyed our music, they enjoyed the warmth of our people. So I feel that in terms of hospitality, in terms of creativity, Lagos did very well. And even in terms of business, by the time they start talking about GDP of Lagos, I'm sure that this ceremony, this race that we have just had is going to add to it. Thank you.
Honorable Commissioner, it's good to see you, sir. I have, like many other Nigerians, we feel we have this endowment. You know, Lagos has this aquatics endowment. We have endowments all over the country, and it's good that finally we're able to use the aquatic splendor, the endowment, to attract, you know, such an international event. So I want to ask, this is the second tenure of Governor Sanwo-Olu, and I think he has 2 more years to the end of his tenure. Is it a one-off thing? How do you ensure that this event continues? It outlives this regime. Then secondly, it's good that we are hosting this tournament, but if you look at the facilities, I mean, outside this event that happened over the weekend, you have the Teslim Balogun Stadium that has been, you know, under renovation for quite a while. The same thing with Daige Stadium, you know, that hosted a CAF organized competition in the past. You know, so what is the state government doing to ensure that these facilities are brought up to standard again, so that as we are hosting this kind of event, the aquatic event, then other sports too, we have, you know, very good facilities to host events?
Well, let me just inform you, I do not know, but I know that you have been a veteran sports writer. You have known that Lagos is also bidding to host the Commonwealth Games alongside Abuja. And what we are bidding for is soccer. So the Agege Stadium that you mentioned and the Teslim Balogun Stadium that you mentioned, they are under repair, and then we want to make them up to world standard. And I think later by first quarter of next year, we see a brand new Agege Stadium, a brand new Teslim Balogun Stadium that can host any soccer event of global standard. And people are going to come to Lagos during the Commonwealth Games and see brand new stadia that are big enough, comfortable enough, and, you know, equipped enough to be able to hold games of world standard. And so many other things that we are doing. Concurrently, we are doing like 8-minute stadia all over the state to be able to accommodate our young people who are highly talented. Lagos is still at the sports city, where people go from to go and join other states in doing sports. So many of our big stars who are overseas, as you know, they pass through Lagos. Lagos is like a mill where we mill all of them, and then we bring them up, and then we export them overseas. So we shall continue to do this. The last youth games, Lagos did well. They were the first. So it's not, for us, it's a matter of policy, it's a matter of action. So all the stadia that you are talking about, very soon you will see that they will be put in place. Everything will be bright, glittering in those places, because all of the things that we are going to use, they are being brought from overseas. And as for the race that we have just had, you ask a question whether it's going to be one-off or something that you will continue. It's not going to be a one-off. As I speak with you now, the whole world is showing interest, because they have seen, the guys who came in from overseas, they have seen the kind of thing that can happen in Lagos. So they are doing everything to encourage Lagos to sponsor it again next year. But the members of the private sector, they have also been joining us. They have done a lot in ensuring that we could stage this race. First Bank, Orlando, Afrexim Bank, and all those other giants in business who saw the good in this thing, and then came around to support financially and fiscally and in many other means. So they themselves, they are very proud that we were able to pull it off, and they are getting ready to stage it again next year. I have seen 1 or 2 banks who are saying that they never knew it was going to be like this, and that next year they must be able to sponsor the race. So it's not going to be a one-off. We are just going to encourage the private sector to take it over, to lead the way, and then for us to be able to provide the enabling environment. We talk about traffic, talk about medical facilities, talk about so many other things, security, all the things that the state must, as a duty, provide. We will continue to provide all those things. So the private sector in Nigeria, they are showing great interest and they are capable of funding this kind of race.
Okay. Honorable Commissioner, I would like to put you on the spot now as a Nigerian citizen and as an individual. I mean, it's a good thing that we are pursuing such events. It's good for Lagos as a whole. It's good for Nigeria as a whole. But, you know, when we then consider the other things going on in the country, is this really a good time for us to be pursuing this sort of events in order for us to execute and even host? What's your opinion on this?
What the problem is that many of our people, I don't blame them because it was a question of understanding. They have reduced everything to a question of rice and beans, which is very, very bad. I mean, people talking about being hungry and all of that. That is not who we are. We have always had challenges and we have always done well. If you look at our sports, I mean, hunger has been there for ages, but we've won Olympics gold medal. We have produced so many sporting talents who have ruled the world. All of those people's names that we are mentioning every day, they were produced. They clutched Lagos, the Akeem Olajuwon ones, the Aruna Quadris of this world, the Abu Sons of this world. There is none of them who has not had one thing or the other to do with Lagos. So if you are talking about the kind of thing that you are talking about, you are not talking as a businessman. Business people are seeing opportunities there. They are seeing how GDP of Lagos will rise. If you know the amount of money that has changed hands, the kind of business that's changed in the past 2 weeks in Lagos when people have been arriving from overseas, you will be shocked. So for us, it's an opportunity to sell Lagos. It's an opportunity to boost our tourism. It's an opportunity to show that the ancillary things apart from sporting activities, apart from the race, that other things are happening in Lagos. Like I said, people have come to taste our food. They talk about our jollof. People have seen our security that is top notch. People have seen our hospitality. They have seen our friendship, the warmth of our people. You cannot quantify that in terms of naira and kobo. When they go out there, all those videos that people are seeing all over the world, people talking about Lagos, by the time you see the results, people will be shocked the way Lagos will be leaping. And, you know, the way Lagos will just be out there on top of everything in terms of business, in terms of the economy, in terms of GDP, in terms of everything that makes a big city what it is. Like I said, it's going to put Lagos on the same pedestal as cities like Venice, like Genoa, like New York, like Miami. Miami is hosting the race in about in a few weeks now. So I feel that you shouldn't reduce it to rice and beans or and so on. I mean, there will always be sports. There will always be sporting activities, whether people are talking about it now or not. I mean, our young people are there. 60% of the population of Nigeria, of Lagos, they are young people. And young people are the ones who are interested in sports. They are the ones who participate in it. They are the ones who watch as fans. They are the ones who even look at it as technical support staff. So for us, it's the business of sports that we should be talking about, that racing has brought, not about rice and beans.
Okay.
Thank you.
Finally, Honorable Commissioner, before we let you go, I mean, there was still a lot of talk regarding the coverage of this particular event. I, for instance, I mean, even here at News Central, we couldn't even get accreditation to cover the event. In future, can you promise us that the accreditation for coverage for sports journalists will be much cleaner, much, do I say, better streamlined so that we can get greater coverage for this event?
Yeah, thank you so much. I promise you that next time it's not going to be as tough as this. What happened was that most of our people did not register early enough, especially the sporting community, the sports journalists. They left it for people who were really interested in some other things, brand journalists, style journalists. By the time the sports journalists started registering, I mean, it was online. It was free for anybody to come and register. But they couldn't take everybody into the media center. So they had a space for, I think, about 40 or 50 people. But by the time our people woke up that they needed to register, the thing was jammed. You know, we are in the days of technology. It was being controlled from outside our space. We just submitted names of our people who are interested in covering it to them. But unfortunately, when we told our people to register, they didn't do it early enough. But I assure you, we still tried, we managed to get as many as possible in by creating a space for them and giving them entrance cards to be able to enter the place. But for the media center itself, a very small place, they could not accommodate as many people as we had wanted them to. But I promise you next time, this is the first of its kind. If we are staging another global event like this, we know that we will have bigger rooms for sporting journalists.
Okay, sir. We've been speaking with the Honorable Commissioner for Information and Strategy of Lagos State, Mr. Begomotosho. Thank you so much for your time on Game On tonight. It's an absolute pleasure having you on the show. We're hoping to reach out to you subsequently when Lagos does stage other global events. Thank you so much for your time, sir.
Thank you so much.